All right. Hey guys, it is, what's today? Tuesday, August 4th, which is crazy. Like this is utterly ridiculous crazy. So like I said, hi, we're Team Shine. So glad you guys showed up this evening. This is super casual. Abby and I just kind of talked and we're like, we want to keep it super basic. There's a lot of new coaches and we kind of just want to share, or even those that like sometimes I need the reminder, but just kind of share some simple tips to help you guys just basically not overthink this and just take action, because that's all it is. If you, first of all, if you didn't listen to the National Wake Up Call, I'm beating a dead horse and I don't care that I am, you need to listen to it. These are non-negotiables for business builders, but also I think what Ashley presented this week was such a nugget. Even it's about instilling belief. And that's what I really love that she did. So like Abby and I were talking, and we're kind of talking about maybe some help with social media tips that are not over the top crazy, and then just kind of bullet points and things to kind of help you out with the messaging, which if you're my coach, you know exactly what I'm going to say. But one thing that, so Abby was super great, and she made, I'm struggling finding the link too much. Okay, hold on, sorry. Someone can't find the link. Oh my gosh, come on. Copy link address. Okay, sorry guys. That should be it. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna say, and some of you are gonna roll your eyes at me and go ahead, because I'm gonna say it 7,000 more times if you're on our team. And it was something, it was the second most important thing I heard as a brand new coach. Scrolling social media is not working. I know a lot of you follow a lot of people, and listen, if you're in this for fun, you follow them all day long. Like that is great. And I think that they can be definitely motivational and inspirational. I do not follow any coaches because I don't have time. Watching what Ashley Molstead, kind of color of lipstick she has on, does not grow my business. And so I want you to really think about that, because a lot of times we say we don't have time. I get caught up in the scroll hole too. That was a term I heard that was super powerful. You can like start to look at your phone and you're like, where the hell did those 20 minutes go? So you have to be very intentional with your time. And so just remind yourself when you get on your phone or your computer, scrolling social media is not working. So I just wanted to share with that. So super quick, okay, she got it. Oh, there she is. Okay, hi Chris. So these are things that Abby, I want to give Abby credit where credit is due, because she's the one that came up with these, and she sent them to me today. Okay, so we're going to start with social media. And I first want to say very carefully that I know, like for me, I still use Facebook as my main platform. I still dabble in Instagram, but if you're new, this is not the time to like go learn an entire new social media platform, because taking all that time learning is not expanding your network when there's still so many people that you have to reach. And so, and we'll get into that in just a minute, but I want to go through the social media do's and don'ts. Something else you'll hear me say is that we are storytellers. Every single post needs to tell a story. I don't care if it's just about your dog. Like it's not always Beachbody, but that post needs to be a story. You know, it can be about, Abby can talk about William and a story about how he chips his tooth every other day or loses a cochlear implant all the time. You know, she's talking about her son, but she's telling the story about the day. Oh gosh darn it, William chipped his tooth again. Like that's not what she says. She tells this story about it. And Kendra Hall spoke she did a thing for our summit, and her book, Stories That Stick, is very powerful. So just think about that. And I understand there's days when I go, I don't post, or I'll post something and then I go back and read it and I'm like, what did I just say? Like no one wants to read that. So it can be, again, like I'm looking, I'm just giving examples. Janice is in the middle, she's getting ready to, they got an offer in their house, so she's getting ready to move. So she can talk about, she's not gonna say, pack boxes today. She's going to say, dang, it was a long day. We got this offer. They want us out in 3 weeks. So I'm frantically packing boxes, but guess what I did? I got up and got my workout in before I then frantically packed boxes. And then I'm going to end my day, whatever. Or just talk about the memories in that house, or I'm glad to get out, you know, things like that. Or I'm going to miss this, and I'm not going to miss this. You know, it's telling that story of the house. And so we all have things, like Lisa just moved. So Lisa talked about that and moving and the memories of this house and then what's going here. So you also want to think about like we always were taught, and I know things have changed, I'm thinking it's just the same, like come up with 5 things about you. And I always joke, mine was faith, family, fitness, fashion, football, and fun. And not on purpose were they all 6 or F. I mean, so it was just something that we talk about as a family. And those are things that I talk about, you know, in my social media. And I do talk about Beachbody probably more now because I have the confidence to do so. And it's such a, I mean, it's meshed into our life. So it is, I don't say almost every post because I try to not, like, I don't want to annoy people, but then I kind of really don't care because I love what I do. So that's on them. If they don't want to read my posts, screw them. And that's something else. You need to have the confidence to post and not worry about what people think. I hope to goodness that you are on this call because even if you don't love Beachbody, I think you like it a lot, or I wouldn't want you to waste your time listening to me, that you have to have that confidence in order to be able to share on social media because you're proud of it. I've seen some amazing transformations of the people on this call, not just physical, but mental. And so you need to be proud of that. So many experiences, I mean, I could share. Shane could talk about her baby. I mean, there's so many things that we can talk about. So share your story, do not share someone else's post. Oh, well, yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I hope I'm not echoing. One of the things that I was thinking about when you share your story, for a lot of people, it's super, super emotional and it's really, really hard to do. But those posts, those conversations that story that you tell, if it's super hard for you to say it out loud and it's super emotional and it makes you want to puke and it makes you want to like post and then run away, that means it's a really good post. Chances are, like, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it because I can think about the amazing posts that I've read from people who are like spilling their guts into a post and how all of a sudden it's out of nowhere. Parents are, you know, commenting about, I felt the same way and I didn't know anybody else. And that instantly builds a connection with your audience and helps them understand, like, here I am, like, this is more about me. And so it gives them that opportunity to trust you based on your story. So you're not saying anything crazy. You're not making up stuff. You're not adding fluff. You're not selling them. You're just sharing who you are and like helping them understand. So if it's a scary one and it like makes you want to vomit, you post it, you put your phone away and run.
It's no joke. I still do that. I'm not even kidding. When I do an income post, I do that. I go crawl under and hide under my covers. So thank you. And you're not interrupting me. Chime in anytime. This is your stuff anyways. So one thing, share your story, not someone else's post. And I'm going to tell you, everything that I'm telling you are things that I did when I was a baby coach. So I'd see some, ooh, share. No, don't share. Don't post your link in your post. It's your story, not a shared post. And I don't mean this mean, but if I go to someone's page and I go invite them, if they have 15 shares in like an hour of things that they're just scrolling and share, I don't even message them because I'm just like, are they really invested? Or are they just going to be scroll hole sharing? And I mean, no disrespect, but it's just kind of like, okay, is that the kind of person that's really going to even want to work with me? Okay, so never use a stock photo. Never use a stock photo. And Abby might even, and I know some people do, and that's fine if you want to continue to do it, but I don't think collages work anymore like they used to. Am I right, Abby? Yes or no? Yes, they don't work?
I would say not. I mean, I think it was more when it, like, at least when I started 4 years ago, was kind of a newer thing. But now it's like, nah, too much stuff going on. I can't focus.
Okay.
Get one picture, focus on that.
One picture, one focus. Even if we do a trip, it depends. Like sometimes I'll just do a photo a day because it even seems if there's multiple photos that it doesn't get as much traction if it's just one. Although I will say I like the Instagram feature where you can select if you're a big Instagram person and add more than one photo, because then you, I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert. I just know collages were really popular and now I don't think they work. And that might be another reason if you're not getting traction or eyes. And if you are, just tell me to shut up. So here's, okay. Share your thoughts, feelings, emotions in your posts and how you've overcome them or how you're getting through it. So, and I remember this too, is you don't want to throw your negative feelings and vomit up anger and stir up drama. And I will say, I've seen a lot of coaches be passive aggressive. And that's not what you want, because it turns me off when I see it. And I'm thinking, so it is, it's always, what are you struggling with now? Even if you're still in it, like Rachel is really good at this, because Rachel has been through a lot, and sometimes like things will crawl up, and she will talk about it, and then she'll talk about her faith or how she's overcoming it or how her friends are supporting her. And so that's just something to think about, is stay in, if you're still in the negative, then but how are you working through it, kind of thing, in a positive way. Post to educate, encourage, inspire, or entertain. Like what was, like post with intention and how I can add value, not post just to check it off your list. So that's a good one, Abby. Again, I've done that some days. I'm going to post, and it's like blah, blah, blah. And then I go back and I read it. I'm like, Christine, what'd you do? So I've been guilty of it. But again, even if it's to entertain, even if it's just something silly that happened to you that day, or sometimes we do share, I wouldn't say all the time, but during quarantine, we've seen some really funny, like memes or whatever that people share that actually are really good conversation starters. So if you want to do something like that, his claw is stuck on the rug and he can't get off. Sorry. I heard Lincoln come home. He's fine. Okay, so, and I'm going to tell you something too. I'm really, really bad at this. I suck at call to actions. I suck at them. I've never been able to do them. Even when I do them, no one ever comments in 8 years. So post and plan a call to action. And Abby said for transformations for Sunday afternoon, not transformation at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. Sundays seem to be like when everybody's kind of, coming back, and they're just, either they're dreading Mondays, which I hope not, but some do, or they just had the weekend, food and beverage, they're just blah. So it's a really good time to talk about either like your challenge group, your own personal journey, or whatever you have coming up. Maybe if we have a coaching opportunity, or maybe it's just, this is what I've been in coaching. Do you want to know more? Or I'd love to share it with you. So yes, times, I think just to you need to be posting once a day. You just need to be posting once a day. And again, it doesn't always have to be Beachbody, but you want people to see and trust you. And like, you can't go without a week and be like, why would anybody want to work with you if you're not posting almost every day? Like, where have you been? Unless you're like, there's sometimes I do take I'm very quiet on the weekends, but I've been quiet on the weekends and I kind of let people know that. So have you had to get questions with your friends to work with? That's something I'm working through too. Maybe that's something as a team we can give some good suggestions of posts on the team page that are good calls to action. My work, I don't know if it's me, I don't know what. All my work is done behind the scenes. All my work is done behind the scenes. Me reaching out to people. So anyways, okay. Don't use a business page on Facebook. Just don't, because there's this whole, it's changed so much in 8 years, but when we went to business pages, this woman spent thousands of dollars on ads. I did trainings on ads. I never understood it. So then I paid for someone to help me, and it never worked. And no, not a call to action every day. No, you just want to keep them entertained, maybe ask questions, but no, you don't need to do one every day. Lisa, I agree. They're weird for me too, which is why I suck at them, which is why I never get anybody. So maybe that's something we can look at wording. Even if you see another coach, even though you're not supposed to be following another coach, but maybe you follow one coach and they have a really good call to action, then you can share it. But so personal pages on Facebook. It's years ago, we tried it. You guys, it never worked for me. It never worked, and I spent so much money. And if you are not spending money on ads, like my coach Joy, who knows everything, and her brain does not shut off, I guess has been working with a guy on this for 4 months, and she's paying him. So don't even, hold on, Stephanie, let me finish this thought and I'll get to you. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but my point is she spent 4 months working on this, where if you're posting on a business page, no one's seeing it. And I'm not saying that to be mean, but they are not seeing it. These big businesses that have all this money, that have all these experts that are getting their marketing out there, your personal page is your personal page. So use it. I use it for business, everything, because that's where people's eyes are. So yeah, okay, that was good, Abby. Yes, there you go. Thank you, Lisa. Did you see that? Oh, Stephanie's not even there. Okay, we'll get back to her when she gets back to her. But that was a very good answer. Did you see, Stephanie, did you see Lisa's answer? Does that make sense? Okay. So like, for example, I ran an ongoing challenge group because I used to run a new one like every whatever, and it was just time sucking because I was creating the exact same content and adding the same people and a couple new people. So like one thing you could do is just like say August started. So Stephanie, you could talk about our virtual community and just how it's helped you and you're adding people or whatever, and say, hey mamas, teachers, I've got your back. I'm enrolling people to our August boot camp now, or I'm, you know, come on in. You know, just kind of invite them to like, you know, and that's something we should really be focusing on right now, guys, because it's a very, like, I'm thinking about our teachers. I'm thinking about the parents that are so uncertain. We're going into some crazy times. Some have started already, that we really need to be, just remind them that we are that voice, that we can help them. You know, I had a girl today said, work sucked, I'm gonna go home and work out. And I'm like, that's how you relieve the stress from work. I mean, that's going to help you get through the crappy day you already had. And she's someone that fell off for like a year, and she's come back, and I'm so proud of her. Okay, so a couple housekeeping items, super quick.
Can I piggyback on one thing real quick?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking about when I was talking about post to educate, encourage, inspire, or entertain, was also thinking about, so I'm a huge fan of Bob Heilig. If you haven't started following him or don't know anything about him, he's just one of my favorite. He knows a lot about network marketing, and he has a servant's heart. He has a big, big heart. He loves people. He loves to give back to the community. So like, I trust a lot of what he says, but he always talks about how we can serve people. And so when you're looking at posting and you're just like throwing something out, are you really serving your audience, or are you just posting to post? So how can you serve these teachers, or how can you serve those nurses or the doctors, the people in the medical field? Like, what can you give them? Like, how can you benefit them? We can give them a community that's going to support them. We can give them an amazing superfood shake that's going to help protect their immune system and boost their immune system and help their body handle the stress with the adaptogens. So how are you helping those around you? And it may just be something simple, like I made this really awesome veggie dish, and it was so simple. It was bok choy and bacon, like gloriousness. It was almost as simple as like Brussels sprouts and bacon. But when you share it, you're giving, oh, shut up, Christine. Someday you're going to eat vegetables, woman. But it's as simple as like, here, I care about you. I care about your health. I want you to do, like, this is so simple that like you just chop it up, throw it in a pan, and throw some pre-cooked bacon. It doesn't even have to be turkey bacon. It could be the real legit bacon that's already pre-cooked, and you chop it up, throw it in, you're good to go. So you're serving, you're like taking care of your community of people, and you're not asking for anything back. So Chris, when you had asked, sorry, Christine, I'm not sure how to do this now with two Chris's and a Christine. Oh my gosh. And you both Chris's have Chris W's. So I can't say Christine W. Y'all, we got to give new names. We got nicknames. Christine, next up is nicknames. Okay. Chris Wetzel, you had asked about like call to actions. This would be one of those times where you give and you give and you give and you give. You give them a recipe, you give them some encouragement, you give them something to be inspired by, and then you do a call to action. So you do like a couple things and then do a call to action so that they know, man, she's great. She's given me lots of tools and information, and boom, she's got this group and I really love it and I want to be a part of it. They're more likely to jump on that. And then you're like, hey, I got a group. Hey, tomorrow. Hey, I got a group. Tomorrow. Hey, I got another group. Like, they're not going to respond to that. But if you've gone through giving them things and educating them, yes, jab, 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 right hook. Thank you, Lisa. Gary V. That's a great book. Supposedly, I've never read it, but I think that's all the whole kind of context of the book. Okay, done. Sorry.
You're not, please. I want your input. So in my defense, I do eat a lot of vegetables. I just have not expanded to weird ones yet. Every morning when I make my Shakeology, I take a giant bowl and I fill it with spinach and I eat it raw as I'm making my shake. No lie. I have got roasted zucchini and squash waiting on me when we get off this call. I eat cauliflower rice. I am expanding. So I do. I eat cucumbers, I eat tomatoes. So it's not like I don't eat vegetable. Abby just eats really, really weird ones. I tried asparagus, it makes me gag. Cooked broccoli makes me gag. I tried Brussels sprouts again last year. The taste was in my mouth for the rest of the day. So I tried. So anyways, I just had to put that out there. Okay, so this is something so side note, and you guys take a note, and then just we'll look at this later. But Courtney had asked, one of our coaches had asked about something about her husband. And honestly, I apologize because like there's things you're just like, they know that. And of course, my coach online office is freezing out. Abby, can you help me, please?
What are you wanting? Sorry. What were you wanting? I'm sorry. Okay, dude, you're muted, so I can't hear anything that cheer was about.
Okay.
But way to go. I'm super excited.
Lisa said my brand is anti-veggies. I'm trying to get into the coach online office to guide them to the form that you had told Courtney about.
Got it. Yes, I will put that in this whenever I figure out how to get there.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Abby's going to do the instructions. So we can post on the team page, but what it is that like, and again, there's like things I'm like, how I've not told them this, and I just forget, and I do apologize. We've had such an influx of new coaches. Just a side note, this team signed 76 new coaches last month. 76, all right? Like it makes me want to cry. Like that is amazing. Anyways, okay. So there's a form so that you don't have to, if you have any issues with your husband, you on their behalf can just take care of like, if you need to update a business service fee, well, I mean, you can log in and do that. But if there's any issues, like she forgot a password or something and they wouldn't give it to her or whatnot. Okay, so a couple of things I wanted to, like, as we're talking about this social media, and then I'll go off to something else. Okay. So we were talking about, because I was thinking about the school, the stress, we're in this together, we can help them. So when you're talking about your social media, you can talk about that as well. It also needs to be in your invite, okay? I don't care if you're and I'm not saying this to be mean. I see that sometimes in my feed, I'll see coaches and their posts are like amazing. They've never sent one invite ever. They look like, or like I'll see people that like maybe on Instagram or something view my story and I'll go to their profile and they look like you just can't post and do nothing. Like no coach, well, I mean, maybe like Ashley can now, I don't know. But my point is, if you're not inviting, you don't have a business. Get mad at me, I don't care. Like that is our most important job. We have our 4 vital behaviors, product is a product, take care of ourselves, invite, and follow up. Personal development, so therefore if you struggle with number 2, that's going to help you, and then help people get results and then recognition. So those are kind of like 4 and 5. So you have to invite. You always have someone to invite. And if you don't think so, I bet people get mad at me because I send them the US Census population link because it's constantly turning. So on one side's US, on one side's the world, and it's constantly spinning. So don't tell me you're running out of people to talk to. And I'll get to that as far as expanding in just a second. But one thing, I was on a mastermind team cut call. Rachel and Lisa were on it with me today. We got to invite our team captains. And so I hope you guys, they asked great questions, by the way. And I hope you guys got some really good value from that. I know Rachel, I can't see her. Lisa, did you? Okay, good. So one thing that they said, like it gives me chills. And it's something that I forget. And they're like, each and every one of us have 25 people that we love that right now can use our help. So think about that. Now, I was thinking of my cousins that I've been too chicken, you know what, to ask because of the way they roll their eyes or put me down about Shakeology. You know, I think about all the years, you know, some of them have signed, some of them quit, but I'm thinking about just immediately, I went to my cousins. Or I'm thinking about, you know, just people that we all know. We all know 25 people that we literally love, not just like, but love them. That we can help. And I thought that was super, super, super powerful. And it was very heartfelt. And yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to cut you off. I was going to talk when you're done. You good? Yeah. So I did a call with Janelle Summers. That was just like last week. I think Jamie posted it on her page. And so I've challenged my Teen Cup team to invite 100 people, which I've never done before. I've never invited that many people at one time. Everyone has talked about it, and I'm always like, I don't want to do that, but we're doing it. So anyway, Janelle Summers, who, I don't know, some of the new coaches may not know her, but wasn't she top coach many years ago? She's highly successful.
She's my grandma, so she's your great. Yeah, she's very, 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 very successful.
She's incredibly successful and consistent. But so she gave us tips on how to invite 100 people, and I'm looking at my business activity tracker that I'm using for the first time too. And she basically said, make a list of 10 people who ghosted you, 10 people in a previous challenge group, 10 people who are in a current challenge group, maybe with you, who just either did bot or whatever, you know, someone who you could, who could do this with you or do a challenge pack. Yeah, I'll write that on the team page. Current coaching prospects. So think of 10 people that you know, they may not even be joining your team, that you know will be good coaches with you. 10 more market friends. So the people that you already know and are friends with. 10 relatives or family. And I wrote down, because I don't think she said this, but this is what I made up. I'm writing down, I'm going to invite 10 people who are either friends or have a relationship with my mom, because my mom she's a coach and she drinks her Shakeology, and I've been trying to get her to take healthier steps and stuff, but I'm going to try to make a group that's basically the 75 and older crowd, you know, which they don't know how to eat healthy. They're still eating Cool Whip and, you know, whatever, Jell-O pudding. And so I wrote that down. Anyway, she just had all these little categories. I mean, you could think of 10 people on your block, you know, on your street, 10 people, whatever. And it's like little chunks of groups of people that, you know, categories. I just think it makes it less intimidating than thinking of 100 people. So.
Thank you. No, will you type that out on the team page, please?
Yes.
No, that made it almost, easy is not the word. Like you said, it made it like, oh my gosh, I could sit here and think about 10 people like that. Well, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? So that's gold. Yeah. Doable. It's attainable. Yeah. So that is great. Thank you yeah, you guys interrupt me. You're not interrupting me. Raise your hand, tell me to shut up. This is not the Christine show. God, no.
Also today on that call that we were on the mastermind call, I don't do this with the Teen Cup group, but I liked that some people were doing a personal development book with them. So I think right now our 100 people is enough for me, but I like that they were doing that, or they're doing like a little Zoom in the morning or something like that. So that's all.
No, that was great feedback. Thank you. So I've been asking mine what personal development they're doing, just to see if I can help them in the right mindset. Okay, so that was something that the 25 people we can help right now. I love what you said. I think that 10, 10, 10, like once she shares that, I think it's going to be so much easier for me personally to write down days. I've done 100 before. I've done it a couple times. It seems daunting, but if you're here's the thing, and I can get so not focused, and like people that have been with me for a long time know this. I can sometimes when I set an alarm, this is something you do. When I set an alarm and I invite, it's the most focused I ever am, because all notifications are off, my phone rings, a text comes in. It's kind of like with my workout. I don't care if it's Lincoln. I don't care if it's my mom. I'm not answering my phone. I'm working out. I will not respond to you because that's my time. Unless I call you like 3 times and you're like, God, I hope something's not wrong. But for the most part, so like my inviting time, a lot of coaches' inviting time is very protected. And that way you can get it done and it's not taking you all day long. So it's something to keep in mind. that it's not like, and sometimes you have to work in pockets. I'm not saying that. Some people, I know Jamie did that when she was working full time. Sometimes it might be 15 minutes, but make that 15 minutes count. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like, Rachel, do you want to, okay, yeah, go ahead. She's raising her hand.
Yeah, I'm raising my hand because I'm trying to be like, me, ooh, ooh, ooh. So, okay. So, I have a couple of ideas, and actually when, either you or Lisa said something about the personal development book, what about having a personal development book club meeting and inviting people to this book club meeting to talk about this personal development book, and then integrate some sort of chatter about Beachbody and coaching within that like book club. Like make it a 3-week book club. Read it, talk about the book, discuss it, and then add Beachbody to it. I'm sorry, can you hear me better now? Okay, and then lastly, Kim and I have been doing these nutrition workshops that have been going gangbuster. There are so many leads now, I can't even keep up with them. And I highly recommend that you guys start inviting people to these free workshops of whatever you want to choose to teach to people. That's all. That's all I got.
Thank you. No, that's good to know. That's good to know. And I will tell you, because I think it was I told Rachel, is that I tend to, and this is good or bad, I put such a large focus on Shakeology that I don't focus, it's not that I ignore nutrition plans, but like Shakeology's kind of been my jam since day one. That's great feedback. And I know Kim and Jamie Fitzpatrick talked about during Summit that they do like they do book club or something like that too, to get people in to discuss a book. I think those are great ideas, Rachel. And I need to take advantage of your nutrition courses because obviously Rachel hit Success Club in the first like 2 days. Crazy. Anyways, no, thank you. I want you guys like bring me ideas, bring ideas. Okay, so somebody said today on the call that this is what her dad told her to do growing up. And he said, kiss, keep it simple, stupid. That's what he told his daughter. So when it comes to the invites, you do not need to overcomplicate it. And I know I sound like a broken record, but I've sent a lot of new coaches the Ashley Molstead call about invite your people like you're inviting them to your Taylor Swift concert. She talked about it at Summit about sharing the iPhone. She talked about the National Wake Up. Like, why the heck? If I'm going to open up boxes on Facebook. I get tons of questions about stuff. I share what I love. I have some dang apple cider gummies. You know how many messages I got about apple cider gummies? Like, I share things I love. I share things I use, and that includes Beachbody. Your favorite pair of jeans, your favorite restaurant. Oh my gosh, I ate this cheeseburger and it was so amazing. Where'd you get it? Where'd you get it? Or whatever. Do not be ashamed of what we offer because again, you're on this call. Like if I didn't like Beachbody, I would not waste my time on this call. I have a lot of things I could be doing. So I just want you to be proud of what you have and keeping it so simple, just because of you. See? Look at that. Thank you, Lisa. I'm out. I had to order some new ones. Where you just, whether it's from coaching, whether it's to a challenge group or, people don't know what a challenge group is. So we have to call it like a virtual accountability group, a community, whatever. Is you want to keep it genuine and simple. I'm thinking about what Lisa said. So I'm going to go to my cousin Liz and it's like, hey, I know this hasn't been of interest to you in the past, but come on, my group is great. You're going into the school year. You're a teacher. You're stressed. Do this with me. Just as simple as that. She has shut me down so many times. I'm like, what do I have to lose? Keep it so simple. And you new coaches, you have so many people that you can talk to right now, like without even expanding your market when I say that. But do expand your market because then if you don't, it'll bite you in the butt. But anyways, ask Abby. But my point is that you can have these genuine conversations. And something that they said today that I really, really liked. Because Success Club is a number, but this is what I've always said. They're like, don't focus on the number. Yes, focus on the number. You know why? Because at every point is a life impacted. All right. The reason you hit Success Club is because you impacted a life. I mean, there's other ways to impact too. Again, we're all at levels of coaching, but you selling a challenge pack. I've got a girl, I've been fighting with her for 2 days. All she wants is collagen. I'm like, let's just do collagen. My point is I'm still serving her where she is, but 99.9% repeating. I sign people up with the challenge pack because it's the best value. And that means every point is a life impacted and changed. That's how I've always looked at it. So it is a number because that number is a reflection of how many people this team has helped. And I cannot wait to show you the board for July. All right, it's awesome. Okay, so one thing that they said too is that talking about when you hit Success Club early, even during Team Cup. So we're in Team Cup, we want to help as many people as we want. It's a friendly competition. I want the swag. I'm not going to lie. I want that chair. I want that chair. But it's fun, friendly competition that makes you step up your game. But one thing that they said is, and this is so very true, that if you hit Success Club early in the month, that allows you to take time to develop relationships and build your pipeline so that you can then go through like another series of inviting. I go between cold invite. I don't like cold. It's not a cold invite. Like my cousin knows what I do. But there's certain people that if I feel comfortable, I'm going to straight up invite them, even if they're a stranger. But it's in a genuine way. It's not robotic. But it allows you to fill up your pipeline once you have hit that goal. You can a little bit take, like the second half of the month, I spend a lot of time mentoring. I spend a lot of time, just kind of having conversations because I need to help my coaches, and then also I can have those conversations. So when we talk about building your pipeline, and again, chime in, so new people, you have like a gazillion million people to talk to, and then here's, for example, we're just gonna use Facebook. I know some people use Instagram, kind of the same thing. Again, I'm more Facebook, but you could kind of use this for Instagram too, in expanding your network. So I said this, okay, I've been a coach for 8 years, which is crazy. So I started with my warm market, so close friends and family. And then you start to kind of connect where you kind of like go and you'll see like your friends list and like you'll see maybe mutual friends and you're like, oh my gosh, Janet Roth, who is on our team. I had not talked to her since high school. We reconnected on Facebook. She saw me post about a group. She was very Larry about it and just like, wanted to check it out, wasn't really into Shakeology. She is probably one of my greatest transformations, like from her weight loss and her confidence in forever. She's the one that posted the other day about getting to Emerald, and she's like, I don't do anything else. But she is someone I connected because like we had mutual friends. Oh my gosh, Janet, and we reconnected. It's a perfect example. So you think about elementary, middle school, high school, college. If you're married, your husband's elementary, middle school, high school, college. And I have people that link in elementary school, middle school, high school, college. One of his classmates from West Point messaged me yesterday because you know what I did? He liked to post and I said, hi, you want to do a group? I'll put you in Lincoln's group. That's another side note. Every like and comment on social media, I don't care what platform, every story view is a conversation. Every single one is a conversation. Whether it's just like today, I sent a message, thank you so much for your support. By the way, do you want to join my group? So anyways, you can expand your network to a way that's so crazy amazing, and it almost becomes fun. And you're like, I love when we put our gifts, and you're like, you're never going to believe this, but this girl, blah, 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 or like, maybe like Carl said the other day, go get up your high school boys that you got in trouble with all the time and put a group together. So just always think of that. There's never people that we run out to talk to. And if you have trouble with that, you guys, these are things you can ask in the team page. These are things you can ask in your team cut thread. If you are scared, if you are nervous, if you're worried about what people think, and that's okay, we've been there, let us help you, but you need to let us know, because if we don't know, we can't help you, all right? No one's gonna judge you. No one's gonna think, oh, come on, I know I'm like kind of tough love, and it's because I wasn't for so many years, but I also, Bob Hiley calls tough love love. I don't know if you guys remember that, whoever listened to it on the podcast, because I love hard. I think Lisa said, I'm gonna cry. I love my team, all right? I love my team. I want you all to succeed. I don't care if you are like somebody's coach's coach, or who you are. I care about you. I want you to be successful. I want you to be more successful than me. I've always said that, and I mean it. Okay, so there's that. Okay, something else, and I think this will help some of you too, that they said today. They're like, don't take any of it personal. Don't take the ghost personal. Don't take the nose personal. Don't take any of the process personal. It is not you. It is them. So it's not you, all right? It is them. And unfortunately, there might be some people ghost because they just forget. I get, let's see, Jenny today. How many times? I once followed up with a girl 27 times until she finished her share cart. That is a true story because I looked through my text thread and I counted, and she's a discount coach, but she has been with me for 2 years now. Shakeology, every month active. That might be like restraining order, single white female, but I also don't care because she kept saying, I'm busy, I'm a single mom, I'm in nursing school. You know, oh my gosh, stay on me, I'll get it done, I'll get it done. And I wouldn't do that with everybody, but this girl today, hold on, I'm not gonna keep it forever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that was just today and yesterday because she's a single mom too, who had to take her son to the doctor. So I went and called. It may not always be like, what do you want to do? Hey, how'd your appointment with your son go? Okay, okay, I'm in a meeting. Follow up with me then. Okay, how'd that meeting go? So like things like that. A follow-up doesn't have to mean like psycho, fill out your share cart, I'm gonna slash your tires. It can be just like asking how they are. You're reminding them you're there. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, okay. Anyways, that's really all I got. Promo codes, one more thing. Don't get it, don't understand why, but we can't use the $20 off promo codes for MBF because it's already on sale. But Abby came up with a great idea. You can do the 3-day refresh challenge pack. Does Stephanie want to ask me a question? I see Allie. Oh, okay. Hi, Allie. I watched your video of cooking last night. It was so awesome. So Abby suggested about doing like the 3-day refresh challenge pack. So maybe for current BOD users, you can give them the $20 off promo code. Or I have something I'm going to share tomorrow, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow because I have to put it together. But one of my success partners put together a 90 PB. She sent out 8 share carts today for bars, collagen, and energize. She called it something and snack and glow or something. And she did a set of stories. So I want for those that use stories, you don't have to use stories, but you can talk about this with maybe people you're talking to and they don't necessarily want a challenge pack. And everybody's asking corporate to put together an a la carte challenge pack. So they said they're discussing it. I don't know what that means. My point is it doesn't just have to be Shakeology. You like can build your own. Like how amazing would that be? But so I took screenshots and I just need to put it together because then I would love to share it with the team as a whole. That way you guys can use it as well. So you can't use promo codes, but it's a way to get 90. You can have 1 Success Club point with any combination of any product as long as it's 90 personal volume points on Home Direct. I still believe in the challenge pack. I think it's a total solution. It's what I think everybody should do, but not everybody wants to do it. So that is coming. I've just literally been nonstop all day. So I'm not doing it tonight. But anyway, does anybody have any questions? Like, please, I just kind of wanted to go over basics. I wanted to let you know, do you have any concerns? Are you nervous, questions, like anything at all that we can help you? Is she typing or asking? I see Chris is thinking. On the invite within a post. Okay, go ahead. You can unmute yourself.
Okay, so my question on that one, and this is just me coming back from that weird FBBC day, so Fit Body Bootcamp days. Within that, we always had to have a call to action on any Facebook post, any Instagram post. It was required by corporate. So, yeah, that's what you get with a franchise. But 95% of my people were from Facebook posts. Granted, this was 6 years ago. Facebook was a little different, but still that call to action that I would put in there was usually something like a, what do I want to say, a lead page, a squeeze page, something like that. And I know we're not doing that. So I want your guys' feedback from a different point of view, from a non-corporate point of view, more of a, hey, I'm your friend, join my group, this, that, the other thing. I'm kind of watching how you're doing it, Christine, because it is helpful to me to see your call to action in it, because you do them. And it would just be helpful to just a little bit more verbiage that you're using, something like that.
Okay, this is what I want us to do. Lisa, you're going to start it and you're going to be like team call whatever, team call notes, team call ideas, team call whatever. And so then you can put, here's how to break it down for 100. And then in that comment thread, we can maybe even pin it to the top of the page and be like, team help. And just give, like, if anybody, I don't care if you need to go follow a coach to find out a good call to action, please do so. And screenshot that, because my call to actions aren't very good. But I understand what you're saying. And the fact that you got people from your face, like they came to you from your post, dang, that's awesome. So if anybody sees or does, like say I did this post and had a great call to action, share that with us so then we can make it our own. That's a great question. And I wish I could say blah, blah, blah. But again, I mean, I sit and I'm like, what is that? I really struggle. All my work is behind the scenes. Like I post, you know, like yesterday, I got a lot of likes and comments and I started messaging people. Thank you for your support, you know, so on and so on and so on. Some of them, like I wrote my list today. So Stacy, thank you. I know her. She's a friend of a friend of a friend that I met when they moved. Stacy, thank you so much for your support. I know you know I do Beachbody. You are in great shape, but would you want to know more about what I do? So it was from my post, but she didn't say I want to join your group. Okay, but a lot of mine is just kind of behind the scenes like that. But what do you say if we get, like, so Lisa, if you want to start it, is that okay with your idea? And then if anybody comes up, and if you have an objection, like, you know, I know we have our team cup threads, so we can do it there too. But if you want more of a community or more whatever, any question you have, we can put under that post. What do you think? Is that a good idea or no? Am I asking for trouble? Abby? You think it's a bad idea? Okay. So you guys,
No, I think it's good to have a share, but Rachel had an idea
what?
or something, her little hand.
Okay.
I'm a hand raiser, you guys. I am just, yeah. Okay, I have 2 ideas that just popped in my head. And you got to understand, I took two bottles of Energize before Zumba, before I taught Zumba. I'm still on the Energize wave. All right. Here was my idea. And actually, Kim, Amanda, and I are doing this. It would be fun for, oh, sorry, low battery. It would be fun for like groups of 3 people to do this. We are setting up a cooking class, a Zoom cooking class. So the 3 of us are going to be on Zoom together. We'll record it for anybody who wants it. And we're going to go and we're going to make one thing, but everybody's going to be like showcasing a different, like, you know, ingredient or whatever. I don't know. We just came up with this yesterday, so we'll figure out the details. But we're going to do a cooking class and invite people to that. And another idea is a recipe book. Get the team, like Team Shine, to put a recipe together, and we'll put a recipe book, an ebook together. Ask people if they want recipes. Boom, you've got their email address, and then you can just keep inviting them until you know, they ghost you or whatever. But you need to get their email address. This is coming from a business person, okay? Because I've been running the gym for 10 years. When you have their email address, that's like money. That's money in your pocket, because you can continue to tell them new things that's coming up with Beachbody, like the running club that's coming up in October. That's going to be huge money for us. Huge. Christine, I bet you were screaming when the running club came along. Like,
it's awesome. I've only done 2 days, and it's incredible. I don't even know what we're going to do for September. We got to come up with something good for September, but October, no problem getting Success Club for all of us, honestly, with it coming up. So those are my 2 ideas. Cooking class, get together with 3 of your best friends and do like a Zoom cooking class. And let's put together a team recipe book, an ebook. I will spearhead it if it's okay with you. I'll get the rest of it. I'll just go on Team Shine tomorrow morning and say, hey, give me your favorite 2B Mindset or Ultimate Portion Fix recipes. I'll put it together in an ebook, super easy, on a Google Doc. And then when you get people to say yes to your Facebook post, because that's your invite, hey, I got this great recipe book. It's all plant-based and it's great protein. Anybody want one? Like, who doesn't want recipes? They don't even know what it is and they'll say yes, honestly. It's
So,
great.
no, it's true.
That's
And once you got
true.
their email address, boom, you put that in a spreadsheet somewhere and you keep that. And that is how you keep connected with them. All right, I'm out.
That's awesome. I can tell you, energize. Well, Stephanie and Allie just started a YouTube channel. That's so weird when you said that. I watched their first, like, is it chimichurri? Do I say it right? Did I say it right? They made this sauce. So yeah, I hate cooking, guys. I hate it. I think it's dumb. It's not dumb. It just requires effort, and I don't want to put that effort in. But I was like, you should. It was super cute. It was super cute. I love that idea. Okay, does anybody else have? Oh, go ahead, Stephanie. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying thanks. It was fun. We just, well, I don't know. I mean, what do you got to lose? People can look at it and laugh, or they can not watch it. But it was actually fun. And I know that I said I was the one in the video making the chimichurri, but I'd never heard of that before. She had to tell me what it was, and she had to set it up for me. And I had notes down that I'd written down, but she had to tell me what was in the freaking blender. But it was great, and I will make it again.
Oh, it looks so good. Because I have fresh cilantro here. I love it. I put it in my salad. Okay, any other questions? Is there like any concerns anybody has? And if you're not comfortable saying it here, you can message, anybody. I'm just really excited. And even if you're not on a Team Cup, but if you're on a Team Cup, I want you to take this energy and take this to like step up your game a little bit, because I think it's actually just going to give you more confidence to keep going. And I think we have a lot of really good ideas. Super cool. So I love when we can brainstorm like this. I'm excited to get Lisa's 10 and then 100, and then we can help with like posts, social media posts. And then I can even type in the comments some invites too. They're super simple, guys. Anyway, so does anybody else have any questions, or Chris does? Go ahead.
I just want to thank, I was just questioning a lot about the call to action. So I appreciate everybody's input on that. That helped a lot.
Thank you.
I was a little bit afraid of those. I'm kind of afraid of those, but so that was a lot of good information. Thank you, guys.
Well, thank you. All right. Well, if no one has anything, go. I'm going to go eat my roasted vegetables that people don't think I eat. Abby, is anybody here? I'm so sweaty, you guys. I'm like, I don't know why. I've been doing these calls for how many years, and I have sweat rolling down my back. Why are you laughing? Okay, everybody smile. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Oh, Rachel. No, Rachel, okay, do it again. Rachel has energized face. All right, you ready? She's eating. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you guys are awesome. Oh, Aurelia, you look so pretty. Aurelia is killing it. You guys should see her arms. She flexes in our challenge group, and it's like, hello. Yeah, she looks awesome. All right, you guys, I'm gonna stop.